Hello there, BookTube. Happy Poetry Thursday. Today I'm going to share with you some Wallace Stevens. I've been a bit unsure about what poems really to share on Poetry Thursdays. Mainly because most of my books are in storage, and I'm not looking at the shelves thinking, what could I share? Yeah, I'm kind of trying, and I'm still trying to share poems that have kind of stayed with me, and I try to mull over from time to time. If anyone who's took note of it and is wondering, I am still going to try and do a series on the Wasteland soon. I'm just probably going to wait until my books are out of storage, and then I'll have my copy of the Wasteland, and also a sort of a secondary text on T.S. Eliot's writing, which might come handy. But yeah, today, Wallace Stevens. Who knows what will be next week. And this is a poem called The Idea of Order at Key West. She sang beyond the genius of the sea. The water never formed to mind or voice, like a body, holy body, fluttering its empty sleeves. And yet its mimic motion made constant cry, caused constantly a cry that was not ours, although we understood, inhuman, of the veritable ocean. The sea was not a mask, no more was she. The song and water were not medleyed sound, even if what she sang was what she heard, since what she sang was uttered word by word. It may be that in her phrases stirred the grinding water and the gasping wind, but it was she, and not the sea, we heard. For she was the maker of the song she sang. The ever-hooded, tragic gestured sea was merely a place by which she walked to sing. Whose spirit is this, we said, because we knew it was the spirit that we sought and knew that we should ask this often as she sang. If it was only the dark voice of the sea that rose, or even coloured by many waves, if it was only the outer voice of sky and cloud, of the sunken coral water-walled, however clear, it would have been deep air, the heaving speech of air, a summer sound repeated in a summer without end and sound alone. But it was more than that, more even than her voice and ours, among the meaningless plungings of the water and the wind, theatrical distances, bronze shadows heaped on high horizons, mountainous atmospheres of sky and sea. It was her voice that made the sky acutest at its vanishing. She measured to the hour its solitude. She was the single artificer of the world in which she sang, and when she sang, the sea, whatever self it had, became the self that was her song, for she was the maker. Then we, as we beheld her striding there alone, knew that there never was a world for her except the one she sang and, singing, made. Ramon Fernandez, tell me if you know why, when the singing ended and we turned toward the town, tell me why the glassy lights, the lights in the fishing boats and at anchor there, as the night descended, tilting in the air, mastered the night and portioned out the sea, fixing emblazoned zones and fiery poles, arranging, deepening, enchanting night. O blessed rage for order, pale Ramon, the maker's rage to order words of the sea, words of the fragrant portals, dimly starred, and of ourselves, and of our origins, in ghostlier demarcations, keener sounds. And I don't have a lot to say about this poem, mainly because it still baffles me a little bit. You know, it kind of twists and turns in its logic as it's going through it a little bit. But I suppose centrally there's this idea that having a voice to describe or even to almost conjure what we see and also ourselves in a way that's more than just words, I think is what he's trying to get at. It's more a feeling behind the words. You know, so for this woman singing, what makes this moment by the sea, what makes the sea what it is for her as she's singing it, isn't even necessarily the words that she's singing. You know, the demarcations are ghostly, but it's the keener sound, it's the breath and the life in her song. Well, that's my rough kind of quick reading of it. But I just think it's a wonderful, slightly mind-boggling, but not too mind-boggling poem. And I like to read it and maybe get a step closer each time to maybe what it's about. But there we go, that's this week. Wallace Stevens. And I'm excited to find out what I'll pick next week. It's as much a mystery as it is for you. Yeah, I hope you're having a good week. We're nearly there. Yeah, just keep well, and I'll see you soon. Alright.